What most people don't know is that Queen Elizabeth broke a lot of rules when she gave Princess Charlotte a special position before she passed. She did this to make sure that her younger brother wouldn't pass her in the line of succession. Princess Charlotte is the sweet daughter of Prince William and Princess Kate Middleton. She has won many people's hearts with her lovely personality and attitude. Her bond with the Queen was extra special. But was it special enough for the Queen to break the rules? What made the Queen decide to do something that had never been done before? Let's find out the secret truth about Princess Charlotte, a brave young girl who balances her royal duties with the fun things that all kids enjoy. Personality. People love Princess Charlotte Elizabeth Diana, who was born on May 2, 2015, to Prince William, Duke of Cambridge, and Katherine, Duchess of Cambridge. She has a wonderful attitude and is always full of life. Charlotte has the duties and privileges that come with being a princess, but she is also known for having a lively personality and many hobbies. She is the perfect example of a young princess growing up in the public eye. US Weekly stated that family members said Charlotte is very bubbly and has the biggest personality of her siblings. She carries herself with confidence when she's in public, where her natural charm shines. Charlotte's refined taste buds are one of the most interesting things about her personality. Vogue says that the young princess has an oddly strong preference for olives, which suggests that she has taste beyond her years. According to Hello magazine, Charlotte loves olives and also cheesy pasta and pizza, which are foods she ate as a kid. In line with her parents' hands-on parenting style, Charlotte and her brothers, Prince George and Prince Louis, often help their parents cook these meals. This encourages them to try new foods and strengthens family bonds. Charlotte's love of dancing, which is a common interest for kids her age, was mentioned by Prince William as another thing she likes. This love of dance shows how playful she is and helps her become more of a queen. According to Town & Country, Charlotte's lively personality goes beyond dance. She loves doing gymnastics and cartwheels for her family, which shows how much she loves being active and moving. Charlotte was raised in the royal family, which is a good mix of custom and modernity. Her parents stress how important it is to give their kids a safe and caring home where they can explore their hobbies and interact with the world around them. This method gives Charlotte and her brothers a normal childhood while also getting them ready for their future roles in the monarchy. People can get a glimpse into Princess Charlotte's life as a young royal, while she is always being watched by the public when she goes to royal events like Trooping the Colour and Christmas celebrations. These moments show how graceful and at ease she is in front of large groups of people, which makes it seem possible that she will play a big part in the British royal family. The birth of Princess Charlotte was news all over the world, and news outlets all over the world covered the statement and the next steps. Her happy parents showed her off to the world on the steps of St. Mary's Hospital just hours after she was born, wrapped in a delicate shawl by G.H. Herndon's son. The details of her outfit, like the brand of the shawl, quickly caught the attention of both royal fans and the media. Because she is a princess and has to live up to the standards that come with that, Princess Charlotte's life has always been a careful mix of tradition and modernity. Unlike most kids her age, every big event and public appearance she makes the news, which shows how special she is in the royal family. Charlotte is still very young, but she has already been to some official royal events. For example, she was at the Trooping the Colour service, which is held every year to celebrate the Queen's official birthday. These public appearances not only make Charlotte look like a rising royal star, but they also teach her about the important ceremonial tasks and public events that are part of royal life. Did you know that the princess has already done a lot of official things? Also, what is the secret truth about Princess Charlotte that hasn't been told yet? Role in ceremonial events. In May 2018, Princess Charlotte was a flower girl at her Aunt Meghan Markle's wedding to Prince Harry. It was one of her most memorable jobs to date. Charlotte looked beautiful in a pretty white dress with flower details. As she did her job, she charmed everyone with her poise and cute energy. Being at such a public event made her even more popular with the public and solidified her standing as a beloved member of the royal family. Besides Meghan Markle's wedding, Princess Charlotte has been a flower girl at other family weddings, such as those of her Aunt Pippa Middleton and cousin Princess Eugenie. Charlotte's growing confidence and personality have been shown in these public appearances as she gracefully takes on her role as a young queen. Did you know that the names of Princess Charlotte are very important? Each name shows a close connection to the royal family. The significance of her names. The name Charlotte has a lot of family meaning and honors both parts of Princess Charlotte's family tree. The full name of her great-grandmother is Elizabeth Alexandra Mary Windsor, and she is known as Queen Elizabeth II. The name Elizabeth is a perfect way to honor Queen Elizabeth II's great legacy, because she has long been a symbol of stability and continuity in the monarchy. Also, Charlotte is the feminine form of Charles, which is the name of her grandpa and the name of the next king after Queen Elizabeth II, Prince Charles. This link shows how strong the ties are between generations and how the royal family lives on. In the Middleton family, Charlotte's name also has a special value. It is the middle name of her maternal aunt, Pippa Middleton, who is Katherine, Duchess of Cambridge's sister. The name shows how close the two families are and how much they share ideals and are close. Elizabeth and Diana, her given names, show how important family and tradition are to her. Elizabeth not only thanks Queen Elizabeth II for her important part in modernizing the throne, but she also praises her work to keep it relevant in today's world. Diana, on the other hand, is a tribute to Princess Diana, Charlotte's paternal grandmother, who changed the world with her kindness, volunteer work, and love for her boys, Prince William and Prince Harry. Princess Diana's reputation as the people's princess lives on around the world and has had a huge impact on the royal family. Princess Charlotte's name is a beautiful tribute to her royal background and close family ties. It also sets the stage for her future role in the kingdom. In the line of succession, where does Charlotte stand? Princess Charlotte's places in succession. The princess is fourth in line to the British throne. She is the daughter of Prince William, Duke of Cambridge, and comes after her grandpa, Prince Charles, her father, Prince William, and her older brother, Prince George. With this job, she is set to play a major part in the future of the British royal family. As we look ahead, more and more people are looking forward to what Princess Charlotte might bring to royal life. A newspaper called The Express says she might one day be Princess Royal, a title that is currently held by her great-aunt Princess Anne. Princess Royal is a title that is usually given to the eldest daughter of the current monarch. It means that the person is a senior part of the royal family and does official work for the sovereign. But for the time being, Princess Charlotte will still be focused on school and her childhood. Her education will likely be very thorough and well-planned to prepare her for the tasks that lie ahead. Town and Country says that Charlotte might want to think about private school when she gets older. For now, she and her brothers, Prince George and Prince Louis, go to Lambrook School as day students. It's a good balance between a tough academic setting and a close family life. To figure out Charlotte's place in the line of succession, you have to sort through a lot of old customs, laws, and new rules that affect the future of the British throne. During the rule of Queen Elizabeth II, the line of succession was clear in theory, but it was made more difficult by past mistakes and outdated gender biases. As Queen Elizabeth II's eldest son and direct heir, Prince Charles is first in line to the throne. His boys, Prince William and Prince Harry, are next in line. When Prince William and Katherine, Princess of Wales, had their first child, Prince Harry's place in the line of succession changed. The list of heirs was changed when Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis were born. Third in line was Prince George, fourth was Princess Charlotte, and fifth was Prince Louis. The line of succession has changed again since King Charles III became king. As the king or queen's oldest son, Prince William is now the straight heir and is called Prince of Wales. His children, including Princess Charlotte, have moved up in the line of succession. The succession to the Crown Act of 2013 made British political law a lot more up-to-date. The old system of male choice primogeniture, which put male heirs ahead of female heirs, was ended by this act. Succession is now only based on birth order, which gives women in the royal line the same rights as men. So Princess Charlotte will always be third in line to the throne, even if she has brothers in the future, no matter what gender they are. This more current way of doing things is very different from what her great-aunt Princess Anne, the second child and only daughter of Queen Elizabeth II, went through. Princess Anne was much lower in the line of succession than the Queen's second oldest child, even though she was a respected member of the royal family known for her unwavering dedication to duty. This was because the law at the time favored male children. She is now 16th in line, which shows that the rules that the Succession to the Crown Act was supposed to change are out of date. This change to the law makes sure that Princess Charlotte, along with her brothers Prince George and Prince Louis, will always be in the line of succession based on birth order, not gender. This change shows how the government is trying to catch up with modern ideas of fairness and equality. Princess Charlotte has shown signs of maturity from a young age. She is often called the most responsible of her brothers. In what ways has Princess Charlotte shown these mature traits? Princess Charlotte's display of maturity. Princess Charlotte of Cambridge is only 7 years old, but she already acts very maturely and knows how to follow royal etiquette. This was especially clear during the events for Queen Elizabeth II's Diamond Jubilee. Princess Charlotte, her older brother Prince George, her younger brother Prince Louis, and her parents Prince William and Katherine, Princess of Wales, were all at this important event. They joined other members of the royal family on the balcony of Buckingham Palace as God Save the Queen played. The moment Prince George put his hand on the balcony railing, Princess Charlotte kindly told her older brother to stand up straight. This event showed how responsible she was and how much she respected royal protocol. Charlotte was the caring middle child, and her reminder to her brother showed that she knew how important royal appearances were and how to act in such formal situations. Even though she was young, she understood how important it was to keep family traditions alive and keep the family's good name in the public eye. She was also very aware of what was going on when Prince George and their Aunt Zara Tyndall were having a funny conversation. When Prince George waved a Union Jack flag at Zara, she laughed back. The funny part of the otherwise serious event showed Princess Charlotte's mix of amusement and mild disapproval, which shows how her sense of responsibility as a younger sister is growing. Queen Elizabeth II died on September 8, 2022, and Princess Charlotte showed even more of her adulthood after her death. As the longest reigning queen in British history, the Queen's death was a huge deal that made people all over the world sad and think. Princess Charlotte lost her great-grandmother, Queen Elizabeth II, when she was only 7 years old. It was a very public and personal loss for her, but she handled it with amazing calm. Charlotte attended the somber state funeral with her family, which included her older brother, Prince George, and her parents, Prince William and Katherine, Princess of Wales. There were officials, members of the royal family, and people from all over the Commonwealth at the event, which was full of tradition. Charlotte's appearance in the procession, walking behind the Queen's coffin, showed how important she is in the royal family and how she links past and future generations. During the event, Princess Charlotte's touching mix of sadness and respect stood out to both the public and the media. The small horseshoe pin she wore on her lapel was a sweet touch. It was a gift from Queen Elizabeth II and showed how much she loved horses. This touching tribute showed how close Charlotte was to her great-grandmother and showed that even at such a young age, she understood how important the event was. During the funeral, Charlotte's behavior was praised as perfect. Many people were moved by her calm attitude and ability to keep her cool during the sad event. She showed the respect that people expect from a member of the royal family during times of national mourning. Charlotte felt a deep sadness, not only as a young royal, but also as a great-granddaughter suffering the death of a loved family member, just like millions of other people around the world. While this sad time was going on, Charlotte was once again thrust into the public eye. She handled the weight of the situation with more maturity than her years suggested. Even though she was so young, her participation in the funeral ceremonies for her great-grandmother showed the respect and understanding that members of the royal family are supposed to have. At Queen Elizabeth II's funeral, there was a moment that stood out because it showed Princess Charlotte's growing role in the family. It was very quiet in the royal family as the funeral parade went by Wellington Arch. Charlotte reminded her bigger brother, Prince George, to bow as the Queen's coffin went by. This was part of Charlotte's caring role as the younger sister. This small but meaningful act showed that she knew how to follow royal tradition and showed how much she cared about honoring her great-grandmother's memory. It was clear from Charlotte's actions that she had been raised in the royal family, where duty, respect, and tradition are taught from a very young age. Even though she was very sad, her adherence to royal etiquette showed that she could become a future leader in the monarchy. This moment showed that she is not only learning about the royal family's practices, but also taking on the duties that come with her job. Charlotte has shown that she is a natural leader in more than one way since this time. Being able to help her brother and act like an adult in public shows that her confidence is growing. For instance, she often interacts kindly with the public during official events, reflecting the royal family's desire to be approachable and involved with the community. She knows how to handle the complicated parts of her royal role by the way she acts around family members at public events, where she strikes a balance between being fun and being proper. Princess Charlotte is slowly becoming a leader who fits with the standards of the British monarchy by showing compassion, responsibility, and knowledge of her family's history. Princess Charlotte's leadership and qualities. Princess Charlotte has been an inspiration in her family since she was very young. This is especially clear when she is with her bigger brothers, Prince George and Prince Louis. Charlotte has always been the most mature and responsible of her siblings, even though she is the youngest. This is something that family members have noticed and people who are close to the royal family have talked about in stories. One of the first times Charlotte's leadership was clear was at a formal event that Queen Elizabeth II attended. Emily Clay, a 10-year-old girl who was there with her younger sister, and the Queen had a funny conversation at this event. When the Queen asked Emily's mother if she took care of her younger brother or sister, the mother replied in a funny way that it was the younger brother or sister who was in charge. The Queen then made a comparison between Charlotte and George, pointing out that Charlotte seemed to be in charge, even though they were of different ages. This sweet moment not only showed Charlotte's natural leadership skills, but also gave us a glimpse into her personality. It showed that she has a natural confidence that lets her lead and affect her siblings even though she is still young. These stories show how she is becoming more mature and better at navigating her place in the royal family. They also prepare her for her future duties as a royal leader. It will be interesting to see how Princess Charlotte's leading skills change as she grows up, and how they will affect her role in the royal family in the years to come. Katherine, Princess of Wales, has joyfully emphasized Charlotte's strong role in the family at a number of public events. Katherine has told some funny stories about Charlotte that show how mature and sure of herself she is. One example is when Katherine was talking to Samantha Burge, a mother in the crowd. She joked that she was in charge because Charlotte was growing up so fast. This sweet comment not only shows how proud Katherine is of her daughter, but also shows how lively Charlotte is in the family. During several high-profile royal events, Charlotte's role as the leader of her siblings was especially clear. In 2022 alone, she apparently took charge twice and taught her older brother, Prince George, how to behave properly. These events show not only how sure of herself Charlotte is, but also how well she knows royal customs and standards, even though she is so young. Aside from her interactions with her family, Princess Charlotte has won the admiration of the public with her charming public appearances and activities. People have noticed how poised and lovely she is at royal events like Trooping the Color and family weddings. This is because of how she was raised and her natural charm. Charlotte's various interests and hobbies add to her confidence and ability to lead. For example, she loves dancing, doing cartwheels, and putting on gymnastics shows for her family, which brings out her lively and friendly personality. She likes a lot of different kinds of food, from olives to cheesy pasta, and she loves cooking with her family, which shows how lively and well-rounded she is. A few people might even say that Princess Charlotte looks a lot like her mother, Princess Katherine. What kind of person is Princess Katherine, and how has she shaped her daughter while she has been under the royal watch? Katherine, Princess of Wales. Katherine Elizabeth Middleton, who is now the Princess of Wales, was born at the Royal Berkshire Hospital in Reading on January 9, 1982. She comes from an upper-middle-class family with ties to the landed elite. Both of her parents, Michael Middleton and Carol Goldsmith, worked at British Airways. Michael was a flight controller, and Carol was a flight attendant. On June 20, 1982, Katherine was baptized at St. Andrew's Bradfield, a nearby parish church. Philippa, who she affectionately calls Pippa, and James are her two younger brothers. Katherine's great-grandparents, Noel and Olive Middleton, housed members of the British royal family from the 1920s to the 1940s and set up trust funds to help their family. On the other hand, her mother's side of the family is said to be working class and has roots in coal digging. The Middleton family moved to Amman, Jordan in May 1984. Katherine went to an English-language baby school there. When they got back to Berkshire in September 1986, Katherine, who was 4 years old at the time, started at St. Andrew's School, a private school near Pangbourne. After that, she stayed at St. Andrew's part-time. Party Pieces is a mail-order business that sells party supplies and decorations. It was started by her mother in 1987. In 1995, the family moved to Bucklebury. Katherine went to Down House School and then went to Wiltshire to board at Marlborough College. She was captain of the girls' field hockey team at Marlborough and did so well in sports that she won a Gold Duke of Edinburgh award. Middleton turned down an offer from the University of Edinburgh to go on a gap year. She went to school at the British Institute of Florence, took a trip to Chile with Raleigh International, and worked as a deckhand at the Port of Southampton before starting college. Katherine finally went to the University of St Andrews in Fife, Scotland, where she studied art history instead of psychology at first. She worked part-time as a waitress while she was in college and was very active in the Lumsden Club, which planned community projects and events. Katherine got her master's degree in art history in 2005. She met Prince William for the first time while she was at St Andrews. They started going out together in 2003 and lived together with friends during their second year. Even though they broke up for a short time in 2007, they quickly got back together. During a trip to Kenya in October 2010, Prince William asked Katherine to marry him at the Liwa Wildlife Conservancy. On November 16, 2010, Clarence House made the news public. William showed Katherine his love by giving her his late mother Diana's engagement ring. Katherine was confirmed into the Church of England on March 10, 2011, in preparation for their wedding on April 29, 2011, at Westminster Abbey. About 300 million people around the world watched the service. Katherine was given the title Duchess of Cambridge after she married Prince William. The Queen was kind enough to give the couple Anmer Hall on the Sandringham estate as a wedding gift. At first, they lived in Nottingham Cottage. In 2013, after major improvements, they moved to apartment 1A at Kensington Palace. In the end, they moved to Adelaide Cottage in Windsor in 2022. People have been very interested in Katherine's pregnancies and the births of their children: Prince George in 2013, Princess Charlotte in 2015, and Prince Louis in 2018. They have also been interested in the family pets, 2 English Cocker Spaniels called Lupo and Orla, who have become part of their story. On January 20, 2024, it came out that Katherine had planned surgery and later told everyone that she had been diagnosed with cancer. Since then, she has been getting treatment. At the 2024 Trooping the Color, she made her first public appearance since being diagnosed. Let's turn our attention back to Princess Charlotte. What is the real story behind this young royal? The untold truth about Princess Charlotte. Since she was born at St. Mary's Hospital in London, Princess Charlotte has been the center of attention of the media. Everything about her early life has gotten a lot of attention. Her first public appearance, when she wore a cozy shawl, was the start of a long trip where she was closely watched. Charlotte is third in line to the British throne, after her older brother Prince George and her father, Prince William. She is the only daughter of Prince William and Katherine, Princess of Wales. The old system of male preference primogeniture used to favor male heirs, but Charlotte's role in the monarchy is still important. Even though she might never become queen, her job is very important because it keeps her siblings from being seen by the media and gives them a feeling of normalcy. Prince William and Katherine have worked hard to make sure that Charlotte and her brothers have as normal of a childhood as possible. The family wisely chose to move from Kensington Palace in London to Adelaide Cottage in Windsor in 2022. This move got them closer to Queen Elizabeth II before she died and made the place more private and peaceful. The kids started going to a new school at the same time, which shows how dedicated their parents are to their education while juggling royal tasks and family life. By sending their kids to a nearby school, William and Katherine have given them a break from the constant media attention, which shows how much they want to give their kids a normal childhood. Even though Princess Charlotte's life is surrounded by royal glory, it has all the normal ups and downs that any young child goes through. From what I've heard, she's a lively and sure of herself girl who loves doing things with her family like dancing, gymnastics, and cooking. People love her because of her lively nature and natural charm, which makes me think that she could one day be an important ambassador for the monarchy. Princess Charlotte's place in the royal family will definitely change as she grows up. Her upbringing, which includes both public appearances and special times with her family, is getting her ready for a life full of charity work, official tasks, and representing the monarchy around the world. Charlotte and her brothers will be able to handle their future roles, while still having a strong sense of who they are and what they're here to do, thanks to the balance her parents try to find between their royal duties and family life. As Princess Charlotte continues her path in the royal family, her lively personality and the love and support of her parents will no question make her an excellent successor in the years to come. She carries the weight of traditions and the joys of childhood, and she is the perfect example of a modern princess who values both duty and kindness. Charlotte honors her history with every step she takes and encourages those around her to be proud of who they are and make the world a better place.